You don't look directly at the sun, but we can with our cameras. So do as we say, not as we do. We are keeping you updated on that solar eclipse. It just started about 9:08 as it continues towards 10:20 when it will be at its highest peak for our area. We'll keep you updated on that as we continue. Well, we're talking about the sunshine, but it is almost time to send the kids back to school. Between packing those lunches, helping with homework for parents, it can really feel like a whirlwind. So how can the entire family pitch in so the burden doesn't all fall on just mom or just dad? That's where Melissa Benaroya comes in. She's a licensed independent clinical social worker specializing in family coaching and education. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so overwhelming because I feel like for a lot of families, August comes and it's like, oh no!
Yes, everybody's relaxed and then it just hits.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
So what are parents needing to do right now to start thinking about getting their kids prepared?
Yeah, so I think a few things. I think it's kind of just organizing things. So simple things like thinking about carpools and reaching out to those people in your community because you don't need to be driving everywhere all day long. That's very stressful. So I think thinking about how you can plan carpools, thinking about lunches, that is usually a big stress in daily life because we've got to prepare them every day. So sitting down with kids and talking with them about what they enjoy in their lunch and helping them think about how they're going to contribute to making lunches as well.
Yeah, because that's the big thing, is not making it all on the parents. What would you recommend as far as getting the kids involved, and at what ages? Because some kids are able to do some things that other ages can't.
Absolutely. I think kids can do a whole lot more than we give them credit for. So even as early as preschool, kids can help in preparing lunches. They can put their snack in a bag, or they can pick out the fruit out of the refrigerator that's going to go in their lunchbox. So there's little things that kids can start off doing really early. And as kids get older, they can manage their own lunches. They can pick out their own clothes. They're much more independent. So I think just having those conversations before school starts will make things go a lot smoother.
Let's talk timing on this, because most people are going to be heading back to school beginning of September. You're saying to kind of start mentally getting prepared now, but specifically, when can we start doing these things, and how do we time it so that kids aren't feeling the rush that we're feeling as parents, maybe?
Right. Yeah, well, I think thinking about how your day's going to change is a big thing. So adjusting sleep schedules is huge. So most kids stay up a little bit later and sleep in a little bit later, but I think slowly adjusting that schedule to when they actually need to go to bed and get up when school starts will be really helpful, because if you change it the minute school starts, you're going to have a really cranky child.
Starting now, like how many weeks in advance?
Yeah, so, you know, we're about a week, 2 weeks out. So I think thinking about it now and then just making small little changes daily to get to that point, so it's not a big shock in their system. Also, adjusting some of those morning routines because it's a little bit lazier during the summer. Talking about what routines need to happen in the morning before kids leave. And a lot of families that I work with use a routine chart that's created with the child. So it's very clearly set out what needs to happen and kids don't get sidetracked in the morning. And I actually have an example of a routine chart and how to create one on my website. So you can download that at childproofparenting.com.
And when you have more than one child, and you're trying to divvy everything up, I know for my sister and I, it was very important to have the rules. Do you have any other suggestions for how to make sure that the kids are staying involved, but to do it in a way where it's evenly distributed so that the kids feel like it's fair? Right.
Yes. Well, you know, it's never fair.
It's never always fair.
But everybody has to be a contributor, right? Everybody's a contributor, and some could contribute more than others based on age. But I think giving kids the choices about how they're going to contribute is really huge. So, for example, every year when my kids have a birthday, they get to pick one new responsibility. So one that is really nice in the morning is either sweeping under the counter or wiping down the counter. So simple things. One of my kids sweeps, one of them wipes down the counter. So they're collaboratively working together, but, you know, I'm not having to step in and do all those things for them.
Which is the worst part.
Yes.
At least I remember my parents telling me that. Melissa Benaroya, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great tips. I know a lot of parents are really excited about back to school, so hopefully this will help. And she mentioned her website that has a full checklist to help you find out more with back to school. It's childproofparenting.com. Just click on the blog tab and you'll find lots of helpful tips there.